All right, y'all. We are back on Uncle Tyler in the Morning. Listen, I'm kind of frustrated this morning. Today has been a really negative, and I apologize. Let me take a sip of my tea real quick. Here's another reason why I'm a little frustrated today. Insert dramatic music. Not only because it's snowing, but because when I was looking for stories to talk about today, I saw this story about Instapot ribs. I'm gonna say that again. Instapot ribs. Now, it's hard, right? On one side, it makes sense that you would want to make a good rib without all the work that it takes to get to that good rib, especially if you have a big family, especially if you're busy, especially if you have a number of things going on. You could throw it in the Instapot and make a good sliding rib for a family of 4, a family of 8, a family of 6, and you don't really have to do a whole lot of work. I understand. But there's also a side of me that when I think about all the work my father went through, rest his soul, Jesus. When I think about all the work he went through to make an amazing rack of ribs, all the sacrifice, all the time he spent, it just makes me truly believe that this is some type of blasphemy. I feel like as I even started to read this story, my father rolled over in his grave and said, "Tyler, no, don't give him no ideas." But I had to, Daddy. I had to. I had to point out the fact that it's like this hard place to be in because you want some good ribs. I personally am trying to be vegan, as you all have seen a number of times. I personally trying to be vegan, but think about this. You have the ability, and maybe, I don't know, we haven't tried the Instapot ribs. I'm going to try it, even though my father's going to roll over in his grave, but I'm going to keep it real with you, Pops. I know you listen to this from heaven. I can't find your recipe for ribs. And I know it's ridiculous. I know I might be disappointing you when I say that, but I'm going to try this recipe. And here's why. Because I feel like my father, who is a barbecue man in eternity right now, making ribs for Jesus, I feel like because he's also an innovator, he might have tried this recipe as well. I said it. And the reason why is because my father was a barbecue man of research, ladies and gentlemen. Research. Do you know what that means? That means he was not afraid to leap into a sphere that he wasn't necessarily used to. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. My father would take the time to slow smoke his meat. He would take the time to get his what they call it, to soak his wood chips, his briquettes, get everything right, get the temperature right on the grill. He would let it all simmer. He would use the correct barbecue sauce for the type of meat that he was going for, whether it be pulled chicken. But I don't think he really did pork. He didn't really mess with the swine. But then beef ribs, he would take his time and slowly come together with the recipe that's perfectly correct for his and his people's taste buds. Legendary in the streets of barbecue in Louisville, Kentucky, ladies and gentlemen. But here's what I know about my father. Every time there was a new piece of technology out, he had the earpiece. He had the headphones with the earpiece. He knew how to connect his cell phone to his car. He knew how to get the new iMac and set the new iMac up to his new iPad that also rang on his iPhone, so that when he got a call or a text, he would get a ring on his phone, on his laptop, on his tablet, and on his iMac. He was a man of innovation, ladies and gentlemen. He was about that technology, and he would go through any route necessary to find the best option for the people. And so there's a piece of me that feels justified in trying these Instapot ribs. Now, I'm going to try it. As I try it, I'm going to be talking to my Father, who I know is in heaven right now. Just so if he doesn't approve, he will ask Jesus to send the Holy Spirit to convict my heart and tell me to stop. At that moment, I will take the ribs out the Instapot. Then I will soak them in a barbecue rinse and continue on with my experimentation. Because though my father was a barbecue man, me, not as much. Okay? I can tell you what good barbecue is, but I have not taken the time to really get in there and study, to really get in there and put in the work for the perfect barbecue recipe. But we're going to start here. We're going to see what this is like. Father, forgive me, both of y'all. I'm going to try it. Instapot ribs. If you've tried it, let me know at Uncle Tyler in the Morning on Instagram or on our Facebook page at Uncle Tyler. We'll be right back.